How do you balance different aspects of your life when you're growing? I can assure you, when I started my leadership journey and when I started my personal growth journey, I interviewed a number of people, professors, former ministers. I interviewed people who have done well in academia, in business, and I wanted to know how they made balance out of their life, how they balance family, how they balance relationship, finances, and all of those things. I was so eager to understand this word balance. And then most of them were, excited to tell me about how they trust God and they believe the grace of God has been there, but they were not answering my question. What I wanted them to tell me is that, is your life balanced? Guess what? I found out later that this word called balance is a very sensitive word, because come to think of it, why do you want every aspect of your life to carry the same weight? Why do you want your finances, your family, your spirituality to balance on a scale? Isn't that on its own an error? It is. It is an error. I found out that the word balance exists mostly on theory or on paper. However, there is a way a man's life can seem balanced when he employs structure. John Maxwell said, I have never met a balanced leader, but I've met a balanced team. Guess what? There could be a balanced team at home. There could be a balanced team at work. There could be a balanced team of people you are accountable to spiritually. When we talk about balance as individuals, what we are trying to talk about is that grandiosity. We are feeling like, I am enough. I can handle this. I can handle that aspect of my life and still come out fine. Bro, that is a lie. The only way you can balance your life is if you put structures in place. So if on Wednesday you are writing the business deal and you are going on business tour, you're solving real business problems, you're putting structures in place so that on Thursday you are going to ensure that you are giving enough time for family. But while you are away doing business, there are structures at home telling you that, hey, you are not at home, but everything that's supposed to be taken care of at home is well taken care of. This is the only way balance comes into place. If you are an entrepreneur, you have structure. That is the only way. When you are out signing some deals, the normal processes in the business continue to work. There is no way we balance this life theoretically if we do not think about structures. That is why your friends, your family, your employees, if you are a leader, and even the church you go to has to have some form of balance. The message you hear has to be the message you need to hear. If you're a CEO, there are some messages that, though spiritual, are not really catering for your needs. Because even if it is a spiritual need, you want that spiritual need to really be in line with who you are. You want somebody to minister to you about how you can lead with your spirituality. You don't just want to hear everything scattered haphazard. That is why you need to put structures in place for your growth, for your balance. So next time they ask you, how are you balancing your life? Don't just rush and be telling them, I do this, I do that. No, you will mislead people, because you alone are not enough to balance your own life, I can assure you. But with people around you, with structures around you, with systems around you, you can do it. You can do more than what you're thinking. Remember, John Maxwell said, I have never met a balanced leader, but I have met a balanced team. Today, we're debunking this one thing that keeps putting people in so much pressure to be enough alone. Please, go run away from such people and instead look for people who are complementing your strength, or complementing your weakness rather, and then look for people who really need to work with. Do not think you are enough alone. The moment you begin to think that, you are going to hit a very bad rock bottom. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and please share this video and drop your comments. Let me know what next to shoot on. Thank you.